To remember facts, it could be, let us say, any kind of fact. For instance, dates. It could be, let us say, names of people, especially if you are studying history, for instance. You have a list of all the kings that you are studying. Or it could be names of places, for instance, in geography, or the metals that are available in different jurisdiction, country or whatever. So many facts we will have to remember. Now, if you try to remember each fact as a bit and piece, that is when we get into problem. The only and the most important thing you have to remember to do, whenever you have a lot of facts, under, let us say, one chapter or whatever, or in the whole textbook, try to make a separate list of all the facts. For instance, let me give a simple example in terms of dates. So let us say, in a history book, there are, let us say, some 40-50 dates that I have to remember. Now, if I am studying that date along with the information, I will not remember that date when it actually comes to the thing. Suppose there is a multiple choice question about that date, I will definitely get confused. So all I have to do is make a separate list of all the dates. Same way, so make a separate list of all the rivers, make a separate list of all the kings, make a separate list of all the places. Like that, whatever you have, you make a list. For instance, if you are studying biology, make a list of all the technical terms that you have to come across. Suppose you are studying medicine, and there are n number of Latin words and Greek words that you have to remember. Make a list of all the technical terms. This is why enlisting the concept is most important. All the concepts have to be listed. So suppose there are dates, rearrange them in a chronological order. Suppose there are names, rearrange them in a alphabetical order. Once you do that, next to that, put a hyphen, and next to that, try to remember what happened at that particular date and try to write it in a small phrase or clause. Keywords. Just write a keyword. In this date, this particular thing happened, or in this date, this particular king died, or this date, this particular king came to throne, or let us say this date, this particular war was waged. So, while filling, if you have a doubt, leave it. Once you finish the list, then you go back to where you have not filled in. Those information only you refer to the textbook and then understand, close the textbook and then come back and write. So make the list proper. You can even write it on a small cardboard paper also, or you can have a list also. If you have a lot of space in your room, you can stick those cardboard pieces. Suppose you have a list of formulae to remember, make a list of those formulae on a cardboard sheet, stick it somewhere on the wall, so that permanently it is there whenever you are studying. So that will definitely enrich your memory. So same way, any kind of list you can stick it. If you feel you cannot stick it, make a kind of a small file of it. Each sheet will have separate things. So whenever you need, you can go to that particular list and then find out. So if you remembering that will be much more easier, because you can connect from one to another. For instance, in 1920 something has happened, next 1947 something happened. So you know there is a distance of 27 years from this date to this date. So then you can relate it to what happened, that you will know in which chapter it has come. So it is very easy to link those things. So even in science subjects you will have a lot of names to remember, lot of laws to remember, lot of theorems to remember. So a lot of information to be remembered. Because we don't extract it from the textbook, we will have difficulty. We will have made it as part of it is like going to a building and then trying to find out where the sand is there. The sand may not be visible, but without sand the building would not have come. So unless you extract that, you will not be able to know. So if you extract it and make a separate list, you know exactly what you have missed, you know exactly. So there also you can take a count, saying that I have to remember 30 dates, I have to remember 15 rivers, I have to remember let us say some 45 names. So once you have a count, you will know if you have missed even one. So the whole textbook can be converted into different lists. So all the textbook can be just some 20-30 pages of lists. And during the examination, just before the examination, all you have to do is go through the list that you have made. You don't have to bother about the textbook. You can even make a list of concepts, find out that in each chapter how many concepts are there. Make sure that you are able to recall those concepts your textbook information is with you, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay.